Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good afternoon, folks. It's Friday, however you want to announce it, however you want to say it, because Friday, normally, people will associate Friday as the best day of the week. Because why? Then it comes Saturday and Sunday. Weekend is upon us. But it has been feeling like it's the weekend every single day. Because why? This is what we do during this MCO. There's nothing much. Monday feels like Tuesday. Tuesday feels like a Sunday. Every day seems like a normal day, the same day. But then again, I would really want to wish each and every one of you at home to still be awesome, making sure that you guys are, paying attention to whatever it is that you're doing at home and not really going out. There have been news lately of people trying to go out more often. I do not know where you guys want to go. It's MTO, guys. Stay indoors, stay healthy, stay safe. And it doesn't mean that if you can't go to the gym, you can't go to work out, you can't run outside your 5 kilometers a day. That doesn't mean that you need to be a couch potato at home, because why? There's many other ways for you to be able to keep fit, to keep keep healthy while you are indoors. And the person that I actually have on with me today knows everything about trying to keep healthy, trying to keep safe,
I am
and
now
trying
live
to be
with
fit as
my buddy here.
well. Okay, so yeah, it seems that
Alive.
she can't wait to actually be with us right now. So let me introduce to you guys the awesome, the superb. If I look at her, if I meet with her in real life, I'll be scared of her because of her body build, because she could wallop me in 2 seconds. Ladies and gents, Lenora Low. There she is.
What's up, guys? Really nice to be on here with you, Muir. Really cool.
Hey, thanks so much for making the time. I know that you run a busy schedule at home with your workout videos, with your sharing on your IG, with the awesome stuff that you've been doing. It seems that you are coping very well, Lenora.
Yes, actually, I would like to say that I'm coping pretty well. This is a time that is, even though it's like downtime, because
Mm-hmm.
some may say it's a downtime, but I see it more like it's actually a busy time for me because I
Mm.
am able to do all the things that I said I was going to go and do, but now I finally get to really do it, and which is specifically like my YouTube and my podcast, but right now more so on my YouTube channel. So that's the area that I'm focusing a lot more on, and
Mm.
then I get the time to rest because when you're out there, as you're an MC too, Muir.
Mm.
So as an MC, and then also for my background, um, you are always chasing. You're always
Yeah.
chasing, and you sometimes forget when to just stop and
Yeah.
relax. And so I'm gonna stop for a second on this intro because I'm gonna share the link that you just gave me.
Sure.
So you go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah, okay, yeah. No, don't worry for me,
live
people like that.
now.
No, 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 that's no problem at all for us speaking. Again, it's actually an occupation hazard. We are blessed to speak, but sometimes we do get the notion that we do speak a lot. Well, most of the time. But well, that's us. I mean, like we're cheer people. We're cheerful people. We could be cheerleaders. We could bang the pom poms and everything, and trying to make sure that everyone is fine, everything is okay.
Yes.
That's what we do. And a bit of a history, I think, if I am correct to say this, Lenora. Again, apart from being a fitness icon, also an ambassador to a very established sports brand. You are also an MC, of course, working doing a lot of MC jobs out there. And you were also on radio. Were or still is? I believe it's past tense,
Yes.
right?
Okay. Let's put where the proper broadcast channels, like an actual radio station, that was the place
Okay.
that was pretty much my life and my work for a good 6 years, and then now I'm still on the airwaves, just that now it's Spotify. So sorry, I'm actually still technically on AFO radio as well, but now everything you can hear me on Spotify. So just hook me up over there on this. I'm just gonna pimp it. So my show is called Fit Chiche with Lenora
Oh,
Low on
all right,
Spotify.
cool. Okay,
Fit
so
Chiche.
it's very
So
much, I
think
believe
of
that
me
your
like the
show.
big sister that you never had.
Oh, definitely. I
Sorry,
mean,
you're
like,
saying?
No. We're not my big sister. We're peers. We're on the same level. I'm not gonna call you like kaka or auntie or whatever it is. We're the same level. You and I in regards of age wise. I think I might be even older than you are. You know what? But the lack of hair actually blinds it a bit. But yeah, talking about your time in radio specifically, you were with Mix FM. I've obviously no Mix FM has always been my go-to radio station whenever I'm driving and everything. And you were on during the afternoon session, if I'm not mistaken, 12 to 4 or 11 to 10 to
I
2, if
was
I'm not
the
mistaken.
brunch and
Yeah, brunch.
brunch.
Yeah.
And dude, it's okay. Let's be honest. How often do people hear the radio? But thank you. That's really nice to know that Mix FM was one of the channels that you would save. I assume that you would save on your car buttons.
It is, it
And
is, it
yeah, I
is.
mean, like it was a great place to learn. In fact, it really honed in a lot of my skills. I do miss Mix. In fact, shout out to the team there at Mix because I know they're working really hard. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, they're at home. They're streaming from they're broadcasting from home, I think. So shout out to them because I know what it's like in that lifestyle, and also because you are just basically it never stops. Radio just never stops.
Yeah, I mean, usually when people associate with radio, it's all about entertainment. It's all about you listening to your current favorite music and everything. But
Mm-hmm.
radio is more than that. Is the best medium, I believe, my 2 cents about it, for you to actually channel information through, because there's no other place for you to. There's no other things that you can do specifically. For instance, if you're driving, you're only paying attention to the road and also to the radio. And
Mm-hmm.
6 years being in radio, you definitely have done a lot of things while you were active in radio. Any interesting
Yep.
artists or celebrities or famous people that you have met, that you have interviewed while you were there?
I okay. That's like cool that you asked that because I was trying to think back. I was looking back at some of my old photos. So I think like gosh, there was the Miz. Do you remember WWE? The Miz. I don't know if you follow wrestling, the
I
Wrestling
stopped
Federation.
following right after what was it? Big Show, was off the air. So yeah, anything
Ah,
after Big Show, I know he came back, but yeah.
yeah. So I interviewed the Miz, and then I've met Kina Grannis, and then I suppose the
Wow.
biggest one was interviewing Bon Jovi. Yeah.
Wow,
So
nice.
yeah, in fact, that is still on my YouTube channel. So I think the interview is over there. I'm not too sure. And after that was immediately the concert. Yeah, so that was actually
Uh-huh.
holding the press con, and it was pretty nerve wracking because I have to admit. So I would say that was the biggest one I had. But because you get radio people, you get different interviews all the time. So even though I don't get to interview, but I definitely would meet them. Oh, the other one is the two actors from this one show. Do you remember that 70s show?
Yeah, the 70 shows, yeah.
You remember the dad?
That old dude, that was like
Mr.
the most
Foreman. Mr.
sarcastic dad.
Foreman.
Yeah, Mr. Foreman. Oh shoot, I can't remember his real name though. He was in
Yeah,
RoboCop.
yeah.
I remember him more in RoboCop actually, the first RoboCop.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I interviewed him, and also another guy, Omar, if I'm not mistaken, his name is Omar. He, House, the TV show House.
Oh, Omar Epps.
Yes, yes. So I interviewed Omar Epps and also Mr. Foreman. And unfortunately, because that Sunny show was so great, I mean, sorry to the actor Mr. Foreman, but that's the name that sticks to my head the most. So
Well,
interviewed
I don't
him,
know whether he's watching us right now, but if he is, then I think he's gonna, be a bit
if ever.
some terasa with you, the fact that you don't remember his name. So I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. But if ever, and then I interviewed Guy Sebastian too. I interviewed
Ah,
Joe Jonas. Yes, Joe
wow,
Jonas.
one of the Jonas Brothers, right?
And yeah, and let me see who else did I interview. I never got to interview Jackie Chan, but I was there when he was doing one of the interviews with the Breakfast Show guys. So that's a cool thing with with radio. You may not be able to interview, but you definitely will meet. So those are
Yeah.
the few I would say that is the most memorable. And then, oh no, I met Donnie Yen. I interviewed Donnie Yen. That
Donnie
was
Yen,
epic.
wow.
Yeah.
Did you
Sorry,
manage like to go
I
around with him
didn't,
and everything, showing your moves and
no,
whatnot?
no, no. Unfortunately, no. I did not get to oh yeah, I also met Craig David. I did not get to interview Donnie Yen, but I was there to help facilitate because one
Mm.
of the other announcers was doing the interview. And but I did manage to squeeze in a question to Donnie because I was telling him like, uh, okay, like you just fangirl a little. And I was like, so I mean like what are you ever gonna do like a Blade? He was in Blade,
Yeah.
which Blade movie? So I just asked, even though that one was all about Ip Man, but no, it wasn't about Iman. It was about another movie that he just did. And I was saying, would you ever do another Blade? And he was like, yeah, I've been waiting for them to call me back for another sequel for Blade. But I'm like, it's okay, man. you got it.
Oh
You
well.
got Iman. Yeah.
He has it, man. I mean, like now there's been like what 8 month 4, if I'm not mistaken. The latest one is eight
Yeah, but
month four.
I think he's done. I think he's done already with
Yeah.
the whole Ip Man thing.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, like those are the kind of perks that one would get whenever they're in this particular line, being in a broadcast
Mm.
specifically as a radio announcer. Because as you mentioned, even though you may not be able to actually interview these guys, but you're definitely within the area or within the whole group that is
Sorry, one
involved
second.
with.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Say hi to my sis over there. And I say hi.
Oh,
Say hi. Because that's who I was waving
hello.
at. She was
Hi.
passing me my, yeah, just to give you an idea, this is my setup, okay? And no, my brother is not setting up over there. So basically, yeah, this happens in the
No,
house.
no, that's cool because like it shows that you're one big happy family over there. Everybody's like pulling their weight as
Yeah.
much as possible. You're being served drinks right now while you're actually talking to me. It's cool
Yeah,
being the
because they were like,
queen, right?
it's not the queen, it's just that basically they're saying like, Lenora, quickly drink this. If not, it's gonna go to waste because it's a vitamin C. So she's like, you better drink it now. So
Ah,
basically I get
okay.
scolded here and there. Yeah.
No, no, no. That shows that people love you and they want the best for you. Hence
Mm-hmm.
why they worry
Mm-hmm.
about you.
Yes.
Speaking about
Yep, yep,
drinking this
yep.
vitamin C and everything, yeah. Again, everybody knows Leonora like right now being, I mean, if I may say so, again, a fitness guru, a fitness icon. You promote fitness to the max. This is not just because like you want to do it just for the fun of it. It's because the passion that you have is so great and it's so huge. But I was also informed by you, I think, previously that this is actually a continuity because before you were doing bodybuilding before. Is that correct?
So my journey in fitness, that's like a whole YouTube video by itself one day. It's too
Mm,
long. But let's go to this. I started a lot more in pushing, helping people to understand about their bodies and about what to eat and whatnot. When I started doing bodybuilding, that was when it really kicked off. But
mhm.
uh, one second, yeah. So while we're doing this, someone is actually still sending me a message. Sorry. Commercial break. Sebentar lagi, okay?
I wish I had
Commercial break,
sponsors
and
right now
then
to actually come in, like like just 30 seconds, some ad break. Would love to have that
yeah,
soon.
yeah, but yeah. So commercial break, commercial break. I don't know what is going on here because I'm supposed to send something over, but it's not loading up. And I'm gonna try this one more time to them because they really need it. So this is the
Sure.
reality of life, okay? Everybody
Exactly.
is like rushing for stuff,
People
and
don't
you're
know that doing
literally
live is not as simple as just talking and just like presenting. It's all about
no.
understanding the situation, the screw ups or the hang ups or whatever it is in between. I had a guest
Yeah,
a few days back where he was disconnected like 4 times, Lenora. 4 times he
four
was
times.
disconnected. Yeah, everything went
How
well, and then
come?
suddenly like, he just like pump, he went out, and I was like, okay, what's going on? And I had to go ring all by myself, and then he came back in. We laughed for about 5-10 minutes, and then the guy went blank
Right.
again. So yeah, it's something that you have to always anticipate. When you're doing a live show and everything. So,
Yep.
Trini, or you still need a
Now
still need a
live.
commercial break?
Nope, commercial break is still okay. I just need to tell them, give me a second
Okay,
because I'm actually, so okay, here's the truth again. I
all
am
right.
busy using Wi-Fi from my phone. So just saying shout out to you do. Okay, thank you for, for making it as stable as possible. But at the
Mhm.
same time, I can't load the video that they need on that side.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm using it. Because if not, then it's going to muck up our streaming.
Understand.
Right? Okay, so
Okay.
commercial break over.
Yeah.
Commercial break over. So coming back, when I did bodybuilding, so that was when I just wanted to change in my physique. I wanted to change in my physique because I was already working out so much that I wanted to do something that could challenge myself. And the thing with bodybuilding is, first of all, go and find the right coach. So this coach of mine, his name is Benjamin Seong from Australian Strength Performance. Shout out to him. He has literally taught me a lot, a lot. I knew him before I started getting into the whole wanting to compete. When I met him, that was when I found out I had a chance to actually do something like this, because now I have a guide. So when he taught me a lot of things about my body, what was happening internally, what kind of foods would affect me from what I eat, and basically how to train properly, it made me go, oh my gosh, whatever I thought I knew nothing. I knew nothing at all, which is fine, because as he also quoting him, the more you know, the more you learn you don't know.
That's true.
If that
That's
makes sense.
very true. Yeah, it does.
Yes.
It does.
Yeah. So I'm actually still learning every day more and more. And he's been a great mentor, great teacher. So I give full credit to him for my understanding and my knowledge that I have today of wanting to live a better lifestyle, which is for long term. So the thing is, bodybuilding is a sport. It's a very, from one end to the next kind of sport. It's a very dramatic sport that causes you to understand a lot about nutrition. Sometimes it may actually make you do very drastic things. So I'm going to be very open and blunt that in bodybuilding, there is the use of PEDs, which is performance enhancing drugs. Okay.
Yep.
And then there's also some people who just don't know what to do. And for girls, there's so many categories. And the idea is all about finding that really ripped physique, depending on the category, or how lean you need to get, or how small you need to get. So there are drastic ways that you can get into that physique.
Sure.
So I was very fortunate that he taught me the way of doing it without being so drastic, and also teaching me how to maintain it. Now the thing is, this is going to be up and down, because we all go through different life cycles journeys in life. So when I first did it, that was when in 4 months, give it say 4 months to 5 months, okay, that was when I learned a lot about my body that I never knew before. I didn't know how much my body was capable of pushing its limit of, say for example, when you come down, you spend months training for that one particular day, and then the last week to the comp, or rather the last month and the last week, that's when the magic happens, Mior. That is when you see your physique change on a daily basis. Literally, it's a daily basis. You see it changing and transforming, and it's amazing. It's so cool, because you literally had the control button of what you want to dial in, what you want to take out, what you want to put in. And that was when I learned so much about food. And I actually spoke about this on my vlog of how I actually did things, how he taught me on, say like water manipulation, and how other things would affect your body. So I give an example of how carbs is a very, very, very important thing for normal life, and also for how you want to enhance your physique. So people think that carbs is evil. No, it's not. I had to learn the very hard way. Carbs not evil. Carbs a necessity, but you need to know when to use carbohydrates. So it's the combination of when you don't know when to have carbs, the balance of carbs and fats in you, that's when it goes all out of whack. And as I said, I learned the hard way of knowing when to have carbs and not to have carbs. So with the thing of carbs, you'd be surprised that actually the day before you go on stage, some of the athletes would actually be wolfing down a lot of carbs. Some may be taking backstage, they could be taking donuts, they'll be taking any kind of sweets. And there's a reason for it, because you have been depriving yourself from the carb storage for so long that what happens is the muscle is here and your skin just sits on the muscle, because you have actually, in a sense, you've depleted all the glycogen in your body. There's a very long process to it. But basically, it's you get to the point where the muscle just sits, sorry, the skin just sits on your muscle, and that's how you see all the lines coming out. But what the problem is, then when you go on stage, you look very flat. You don't have that pump when people see you on
Okay.
stage. So the way to get the pump is to put carbohydrates back in again, because every gram of carbohydrates is roughly about 3 grams of water stored in your body. So say, for example, you have carbs tonight, and then tomorrow you weigh more, you definitely would, because it's holding on to water.
Yep.
So little things like that, right?
No,
I was really like, oh my god.
no, because like the
Sorry, you
way that
say?
you just explained that, yeah, the whole process and the whole experience, it's not for the. I mean, like it's not for everyone, isn't it? Because as what you explained, it is just it is just what 5% of what you just explained that actually the things that you had to go through, and should you not have a steady mental preparation or the mindset to do this, it's you're just throwing yourself off a cliff, because again you will not be
Yep.
able to sustain this.
No, because that's why when people want to have that kind of look, there is a cost and there's a sacrifice to it. So actually, you can probably see the whole thing on my YouTube channel, because there's part
Mm,
season 1, season 2, season 3 of my bodybuilding competition. And for each
mm,
stage, I learn something new and you see something different. And I was supposed to be competing this year, but that's another video by itself. I have to, which I maybe one day I'm going to explain on why, other than the very obvious fact that COVID happened. So there's no point at all of doing any competition, because can you imagine, Ramiro, you prepare for so long for that one day, and then suddenly, oh, sorry, we got to cancel it. And that's exactly what happened. So this year, I actually canceled my comp plans, but then I found out that the competition had actually continued. So I was going to compete for the Arnold Classic in Australia this year,
mm.
and this was before the lockdown. COVID was still going on and everything, and then I was preparing for it. My physique was changing, but not to how I wanted it because of other things. That's why I backed out. And then I found out, even though they said they continued, suddenly in Australia, they said a day before the comp, cancelled. Whole
Wow.
expo was cancelled. So one, can you imagine how much money is wasted by the organizers themselves? How much money by events, by brands, and then for the athletes who are doing it, they would have spent so much time, energy, effort for that one minute. You train so hard for 30 seconds on stage, max 1 minute,
Mm. Yeah.
and then suddenly it's taken away. It's like it does not brain. Right
Well,
now
yeah,
there's
yeah,
bigger
it
things.
definitely does not brain, because again, same goes to people who have been, a lot of athletes, because again, Tokyo 2020 was supposed to happen this year. Unfortunately,
Mm,
with the COVID, it has been pushed to year 2021. A lot of athletes, they have been training. Again, Olympic is 4 year once. You can imagine they've gone through training every single day for the past 3.5
yeah,
3 years and 8 months, and then suddenly like pop again. There's no one that we can fault this to. I mean, again, it's a world pandemic.
nope,
There's nothing much that we can say about it. There's nothing much we can do. But
yep,
again, on the flip
yep,
side, if you put yourself in the athlete's point of view, if the on the in the athlete's shoes and everything, it's just so freaking stressful and freaking, you just want to bang your head against the wall. Imagine looking at all
yeah,
our Olympians
yeah,
and everything. You got our pocket rocket man, you got our shuttlers, you got our swimmers. They train like mad just to not able to actually compete because of this COVID-19. It's sad. That's
yeah,
the situation. Again, there's nothing much that you can do.
yeah.
But now shifting
Hmm.
over to what you can do actually. If you guys have been following, I believe you guys have been following Lenora on her IG. She has been showing off, if I may say so, a bit of all her regime, all the things that you guys can actually do at home within this MCO period. And as you show, Lenora, it's easy, isn't it, to work out from home? You don't need the fancy equipment. You don't need the expensive dumbbells. You don't need the luxurious spa at the gym. You can do everything at home.
So, okay, I want to say that those things are an added advantage. I can't say that it's not a necessity. You can still use those, because I really do miss the gym. I do miss going to, say, a spa, which actually has a bathtub that I can soak myself in things in. So let's go with where those things are really great to have, but if you don't have them, is also not the end of the world. I would say those are added things that you should use. So, but if you're talking like just general, you want to start somewhere with your fitness journey, start at home. All you need is really your body. I say this before. You have a body, you have a gym. It's as simple as that. You don't even need a mat. You need tissue to wipe your sweat and everything. That's a lot of tissue. Okay, don't waste your TP. Don't waste your toilet paper. Get a towel. Okay, get a towel. Be eco friendly. So, but yeah, you just need your body, and that's enough to work out. I mean, your body is heavy. Your head is also heavy. This itself is just nodding is already an exercise. Your shoulders, everything is usable for you to actually put yourself into a series of workouts. So you don't need to use much at all. Just you, like, okay. Since you got earphones on, I'm just gonna ask you. Okay, I want you to stand up. Just stand up with me.
Oh, all right. Okay, all right.
Can you stand up? Can you stand
Yeah,
up?
I can stand up. I can stand up. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm standing up.
I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold the laptop. Okay, great. Now I want you to just slowly sit down into the chair, but you don't sit on the chair. You just slowly. Okay.
So we're doing the squat thing, right? Aren't we? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do the chair squat. Okay, and I have a weight, which is basically the laptop with me. All right. Now I want you to slowly squat down. So by the time I count to 5, your butt should be just hovering at the chair.
Oh yes, it is. I can feel it in my hammies and in my calves and everything. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yep. So basically, we should be like this. It's like, okay, you stand up with me. Stand up with me.
All right. Okay. Let's do this. Okay.
Now let's do this. Okay. So we're gonna go down for just 5 seconds. All right. Ready? And let's go down. 5.
You know what?
4.
Let's do this. Okay. I'm gonna. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it. Yes. Okay. Set it first. Okay. Let's go up. Let's go up first. Okay. And down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just hold it there.
Okay. I'm good.
You should be feeling you're good. You should be feeling everything already right now. You should be feeling your legs, and you just stay there. That is already tension for you. And then you just come up, pass up. And then now go slow again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you just come up again. And you just repeat that process. Yeah. Okay, now we're done. We're done. You just
I knew what I was getting myself into. The fact that I got you on my show, so yeah, I knew exactly what I got myself into. It's fine. I mean, like,
yeah, you don't need I mean, like, fancy equipment. Again, I mean, having the ability to go to the gym, obviously is the perk, is the value added that one could actually experience. But then again, it's not really an excuse for you to actually not do it at home. Like for me, just to share with you what I do normally, at every day 5 o'clock, I would just put a YouTube video for something with a low intensity, high impact video that runs for about 30 to 35 minutes, and just go from there. I get sweat right up to my undies. Okay, I mean, to that point, it's not really that high of an impact, because again, I have problem with my knees and ankles and everything. But yeah, I do get my calorie count. I get my numbers quite well. It's one of the ways that you can actually do, right?
So this is where then I'll say, like, to start working out, as long as you move. I mean, I would go where as long as people are active, that is already a great sign that you are going to remove and prevent a lot of other issues. So that's one. Then the second thing is, I still do recommend people to go to the gym or to find a coach, because here is the truth. When you do a home workout, you can get sweaty, but the thing is, sweat does not mean that you are working the right muscles correctly. It also does not mean that you are actually getting a good workout. So sweat is not the guarantee of how you get a good workout. What's a good workout is if you are actually moving your body efficiently in your daily chores. Like, for example, instead of now we are always like this because of the phone and the laptop. So then the thing is, you need to open up. And the only way to open up is for you to work your back muscles. So that's why I say for for a person who is just starting off, and for anyone who is starting out, find a coach. In fact, I'm actually going to be creating a program very soon for beginners that you can just have at home. And this is going to be a way of how I would teach on what you should be watching out for. Because the one thing that I fear, which is when coming back to my concern when it comes to fitness and training, I think it's great that everyone is doing a lot of workouts these days at home. They want to keep active. But I also foresee that a lot of people are probably going to get injured a lot. Because when you follow, but once again, there's so many great trainers and coaches out there, but when you follow, they will not be able to see your form. And sometimes I give an example of just a very small thing of where your feet are not planted firmly on the ground, your toes are moving. That would also be a problem for your stance and your base. So just small little tweaks like that, you may not realize, but a coach can realize that and can see that from across the screen. So this is where then I'll say, so this is where then I say it goes beyond, because working out is great, but understanding how to work out properly is even more important. To move is definitely very good. Just walking also is already an exercise. Just go up and down your staircase. You're completely fine. Yeah.
So it is very important for people at home there to really understand that, like, as you mentioned, in anything that we do, I mean, like, it's easy to drive, but to actually drive properly using the proper guidance and the rules and everything, it is the same with exercise. I mean, everybody can do that, but you need somebody at least at the start to to show us, to tell us what it is that needs to be done, what do we need to emphasize more on, those kind of things, just as a guideline. And you don't need a personal instructor for 6 months, right? I mean, like, for a normal guy, I mean, maybe you need 6 weeks.
I would say like I will go with this. The personal coach is really up to you. If you can gel with the person, then by all means stay on. It's not a forever thing, because in the end, what that coach will give you, you should be able to apply it by yourself. I'm going to be very honest here. Even like for my coach, I personally go to him when I need an extra push. That's one. And two, because I need him for getting me ready for a comp, because I will not be able to see. I want to just focus on just doing. So sometimes it's good to have that person to keep you accountable for. But if you can keep yourself accountable, then by all means, you can save money, But
I mean,
I would say
like myself, the only reason why I need a personal trainer is because I am a not so disciplined kind of man. I need somebody to whoop my behind just to make me move. I mean, I can move for sure, but you cut corners a bit, you cheat here and there a bit, because nobody's gonna watch, nobody's gonna tell you. But I need that kick in the behind sometimes. So that's what the PT is to me most of the time.
Well, Mior, if ever you want PT, just find me.
I got you on my. I don't have you on my personal my speed dial, but I definitely have you on my contacts. You definitely be one of the first person that I would call should I require a PT. Then we can discuss. We can PM the Pila in regards of the fees and everything. Awesome stuff, Lenora. This has really been very insightful. Again, you learn so much actually when it comes to not being able to live your normal life. So you adapt. You do the best that you can within the means that that are available for you. Last but not least, Lola, one thing that you want to share with our audiences, some tips and tricks or whatnot, and where can they find you? Should they want to go out and get you as a PT or whatnot?
Okay, guys, I know we're fighting for time here, so I'm going to try and make this fast. So you can find me on my website at lenoralow.com. I'm available on Instagram, Facebook, and also on YouTube. Very simple, just type Linora Low, which is actually on our little lower third title over here. And the one tip I would give everybody is change your mindset, change your outcome. Always think of how you can find a silver lining or something on how to improve yourself from day to day, and never give up on that. Always think of how can I improve every day and make every day a masterpiece for yourself. So I'll say stay safe, stay blessed, stay home, and rock it out.
Awesome. You can't say any better than that, Lenora. Thank you so much for coming on to the show. Thank you so much for spending time with us. And itu saja, folks. That's it from us right now. Hope you guys are ready for the weekend. Saturday and Sunday is upon us, but again, it's just like any other day. Be safe. Macam biasa, kekal duduk di rumah, kita jaga kita, Dan jom kita putuskan rantai COVID-19 ini bersama-sama for us to live our normal lives back again. I miss going out, Lenora. I do really wish. I owe you one.
We're gonna do coffee. We're gonna do coffee.
Low fat. Okay.
No, it's okay. You can go high fat. That's not an issue. High fat is actually good. That's the last thing I'm going to tell you.
Okay. Cool. You want to know more? Check out on the Lenora's page, guys. So thank you so much for watching this time around. Hope to see you guys soon. Say bye-bye, Lenora.
Bye, guys. Thanks so much, Mior. It was awesome.
Bye. Thanks. See you guys.